So there's something I really need to talk to you about, and it's actually about us, YouTubers. Hey everybody, my name's Aidan, this is Everyday Tech. Before we get going, don't forget, subscribe to my channel below, and if you do get to the end of this video and you do enjoy it, don't forget, hit that like button. So there's one thing that a lot of YouTubers, not all by the way, I might just add, a lot of them are fantastic, but a lot of YouTubers that I've seen when I'm looking for things myself are guilty of, and you should be just take with a pinch of salt, let's say. And I'll use one main example: phones. When anybody's looking for a phone, a lot of people now, first port of call is to go to YouTube, and let's take the Pixel 6. I did the same thing as what you do, you know, and I just think, okay, let's go onto YouTube, see what people's thoughts are and X, Y, Z, and I did that and it got great reviews. But here's the problem. I bought this phone on these reviews and I have buyer's remorse. I actually don't think the phone is all that. It's not that great. There's loads of basic problems which actually do affect how I use this device and how useful it is to me. Granted, it can take good pictures. It can. But so do most cameras now. And this is the first thing I'll get onto, is picture comparisons. So many people will put two almost identical pictures up and say who takes it better. Let's say the Samsung or Google Pixel or Apple or this, that, the other. It doesn't matter. Pretty much all high-end phones now take really good photos. A lot of mid-range phones, the Pixel 6 being one of those, takes great photos. I've used phones that are £200 that take good photos, and I mean comparable to this. I think it was the Xiaomi Mi 11 Pro, I think it was, that I had for a little while, and that was fantastic, and that was only £200. So when you see these videos and they go, oh yeah, it takes amazing videos, it takes this, it does this, take it with a pinch of salt. One of the features that you see on the Google Pixel advert with the Magic Eraser, yes, it can work well in some situations, but quite often it's a mess and it doesn't work well at all. It just depends on the setup and the scenario, but they won't show you that. They won't show you the times that it doesn't work. So just be aware. And another thing, if you are watching somebody on YouTube and they're talking about the phone that they've had for the last 24 hours, can you really have a review on a device that you've had for 24 hours? Yes, you can do an unboxing video. I don't see the point in that. Some people like them. I don't see the point of reviewing an unboxing. I really don't, because it's the device you want. And it's the same, you know, if you are watching a video and they said they have been using it as a daily driver, quite often though they might be using it with a iPhone or a Samsung S21 or 22 as it is now. And here's my issue. If a lot of these people are running two devices, and a lot of people do, then there's something wrong with the device they're running. If they can't use this device every day for everything that they want, then it's not fit for their purpose. It's true story. It's true story. And again, I can only apologize on behalf of those people, but just take everything with a pinch of salt. And then there's the comparison videos where they compare battery life or startup time or app loading time. Again, I personally find these quite useless. It can be semi-useful, but again, most people now, when buying a phone, will buy one that will get them through a whole day. It's very rare phones don't get you through a whole day, and if they don't, it might be because your individual use is higher in certain areas. You know, if you like to play games, then it's not going to last you as long as somebody that only checks their email. So take it with a pinch of salt. I'm going to use that term because it's just easy to remember and it's consistent. So when it comes to battery life, most phones are going to get you through a day, and I wouldn't worry about it. And there are lots of things you can do if you're unsure. You know, if it's got a high resolution screen, you know, 60 or 90 hertz, turn it down to 60. You know, turn the screen brightness down, turn, you know, there's things you can do, there's battery saver, there's all sorts, and you can set that to come on at different intervals. So don't worry about it so much. Another thing is price. Again, a lot of YouTubers will talk about how things are budget or affordable or high end. It's all relative to you. What is budget to you isn't budget to somebody else. For me, budget means at the very cheap end, you know, you're £100 to £200 to £250, but to somebody else that might be £500-600. So don't be taken in by spending more thinking, oh my god, you know, that budget phone's 500, so if that one's only 250, that must be a bag of crap. No, that's not true. There are so many phones out there by other brands that you may not have heard of. In the UK, Xiaomi still isn't that big. Poco isn't that big. OnePlus obviously do a more budget friendly brand, but they are getting more expensive. But you can get so many phones for such a reasonable price now that it's actually hard to buy a really bad phone. And don't be tempted to buy a phone just because you've seen people like us using them. Use your own judgment. Do not overspend. I've said things like this before in other videos. It's so easy to spend more than you actually need. Spend what you can afford and what you are comfortable paying with, because sometimes you do get buyer's remorse. I've got it with this Pixel 6. I bought it with my own money. Do I wish I could return it? Yeah, but I'm sticking with it because I needed to give it a long-term review. I didn't want to have it for a week and go, I don't like it. I wanted to give it a full blast, but it is really annoying. Would I buy it again? No, I wouldn't. I would go completely in a different direction, maybe a more budget-friendly Samsung, not the S series, maybe an A series maybe, or the Xiaomi or Poco phones and something like that, because this phone is overrated. And this is my little rant that you shouldn't always listen to everything that you see on the videos. Yes, it can be good to get information, but don't think that everything you hear is gospel, because it's not. If you're watching a video of somebody that's had a phone for 24 hours and they're giving you a first impressions, it don't mean crap, really. You know, same with unboxing, it doesn't actually tell you what the product is like. It just says, oh yeah, the packaging's nice. I don't give a... And I just want to point out that there are a lot of good and very useful videos out there from great people that I actually do follow that are really, really helpful. But there are just as many that I have seen which are complete rubbish, that just tell you the specs that you can get off a box. So on their behalf, I kind of want to apologize, but you know what? It's information at the end of the day. You can do with it as you wish. I can only tell you just to take everything with a pinch of salt. So guys, if you have found this useful and you don't find it too moaning, then don't forget, like and subscribe below. And guys, I shall see you next time.